What is up, Diozy fans? Diozy here, and today we will be exploring one of the weirdest Wings of Fire books, Wings of Fire Book 7, Winter Turning. Before we begin, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and timestamps are in the description. Okay, so first up, announcements. We just hit 50 plus views on my headcanons video, and it is amazing. None of my videos have passed 30 views, and after that, Darkstalker review got 36 currently, and my headcanons got 50. It's crazy because like on the first day it was 70. I was like, cool. Second day I was like, I'm remembering it's 34, and I was like, oh my god, it's 34. And the next day it became 50. What? Honestly, I'm really happy about that. Huge thanks to Glade the Mudwing, and there will be more announcements near the end of the video that I'll have to address. But with everything said, let's begin. So, Winter Turning mainly focuses on Winter, who is the nephew of Queen Glacier, in his arc with his friends to stop his sister Icicle from killing Queen Glory to save his brother Hailstorm. While being also basically having his brother being held hostage by Queen Scarlet, and yeah. He also has to worry about his own family. Now, this is a pretty decent storyline. And that's pretty much the slight introduction, so let's get on to the overview. So the overview, mainly we're going to go down with the setting of them. So the primary settings of the whole thing is the rainforest, which is a pretty good place. We get to see the rainforest more in depth. We did get a very good in-depth explanation in the Hidden Kingdom. Now we get to see it after, which is really cool. We get to see that Nightwing Society isn't as bad as I would thought so, and it's really good actually. So yeah. The Cloud Claw Mountains aren't explained as much, but it is pretty decently good. There's nothing like overly good about them, it's just the setting of the mid-battle. Possibility is a good place. I'm hoping that they will come back to Possibility with the main gang very soon, because it is a very nice place where like everyone meets together. Finally, the Ice Kingdom, pretty good. Nothing overly amazing. I mean, we will be eventually seeing, like, right near this December, true visuals on what I just read, because the graphic novel is releasing, and it's really awesome. But, yeah. Story. Okay, so let's first go over the plot points. So the biggest plot point that I found out is Pyrite Point. The whole hiddenness of Pyrite being Hailstorm is an amazing plot point that I really do love. I mean, it's really cool how they were able to do Hailstorm this good of a story arc, and it is amazing how he finally does shift back to his old ages. It's honestly a great plotline overall. And then we got Winter Watcher, another great plotline. Sadly, I know it's not going to get carried up. I see how this could happen, but overall, it's nothing amazing. Also, we got the biggest plotline, the Hailstorm plotline. I think this plotline was a continuation from book 6. Began near the end, and now we get to see how it ended with Hailstorm being rescued. Pretty much similar plotline carryouts. So nothing too bad about the plot points, but nothing too great either. So the elements are pretty good. Basically, the element is centering winter throughout the whole story, while also giving subside other characters some view. But it's only winter, and this is a decent idea, and overall, I feel like this is good. Characters. Okay, so first let's go over the main character, Winter. So, Winter is pretty good as a main character. We get to see his shift of view, which is a good way, where he's not technically the villain, he's also not technically the hero. What he does is he changes views of others around him. So basically, he begins to turn from a normal guy into an understanding guy, in a way. So he turns to understand Moon, understand Kibli. And the main idea I see with his arc is that he actually truly does pay this off near the end of the book in the climax, not technically the climax, but basically in the climax, as like Winter learned from Moon, Kibli, and all his friends, he saves Force Layer, which is amazing ending to his character arc and overall great writing. So the sub-main characters, Kibli, Moon, and sub-main characters are Kinkajou, Hailstorm, and basically Pirate. So Kibli and Moon, they're pretty great characters. They're pretty much, Kibli's like the rival to Winter, and honestly, Kibli has amazing writing overall. Whatever the book it is, Kibli's just fun. Like, my favorite scene of the whole book is when Glory like advises Winter like, your friends like you. And then Deathbringer's just like, for some reason. And then Kibli's like, entertainment purposes. Haha. It doesn't seem as funny of a joke, but if you're an avid Wolf reader, you know how funny it truly is, because it's Kibli. And Kibli's jokes truly make you crack up in that moment. It might not crack you up now, but when you're reading it and you're in the story, it is truly just funny. And also, Moon is one of the greatest characters. She is amazing overall. There's nothing much to say. So Kinkajou, there's also nothing much to say. She's overall just a decent character. We get to see her overall love to Glory. Like, she literally praises Glory like there's nothing else. She's ended up just turning into a disabled person for the rest of the book after the beating up, but that's fine. Hailstorm had one of the greatest arcs out of all these characters. I mean, he literally went from being a pirate to Hailstorm, and it is awesome. So, yeah. Okay, now for side characters. So, we're gonna go over with them in duos. First up, Glacier is the only one who's gonna go solo, because that's something that happened. So, for Glacier, there's nothing much to say. I guess she was decent. There's really nothing much to say. We barely got Glacier in the story, but where we got her, she was just scary. Snowfall and Lynx, two amazing best friends. Snowfall is really bratty. I hate that, but I'm going to grow to love her because book 14 is there, which is her book. So, yeah, I will eventually grow to love Snowfall probably. Lynx is very fun, where I read it. And I can feel like he's going to be the overall fun one of the two. Then we got Tundra and Narwhal. I don't remember their names fully. I hope they're correct. But Tundra and Narwhal, they're pretty crappy characters. And the reason that they're crappy is because that's how they're written, which is why they're good characters. The way I tell if a character is good and a character is bad is if they're a bad character, and I want to go inside the story just to beat them up, then that's a good bad character. But if it's the main character you're supposed to be rooting for and has the same characteristics, that's when he's a bad character. But these are bad people that we're supposed to hate, and Tweety did a great job on making us hate them. So yeah, overall they're pretty crappy, which is how we want them. They're supposed to be bad characters. Finally, we got Glory and Deathbringer, or Glorybringer, one of my favorite ships. Full analysis video, it's in the description below. You should definitely watch it. It needs more reviews, because I really love that video. But overall, Glorybringer, basically Glory and Deathbringer, were amazing as characters, because Glory and Deathbringer, they showed their chemistry together, but they also show individuality on how Deathbringer actually truly is not just Glory's little soldier, because you see how in one scene where he thinks Glory's not there, he allows them to leave. But Glory just shows up. But Deathbringer has his own side. He has his own mind, which is why I like him, because he's just not following Glory's orders. He does have his own mind, and he does have his own morals, which is what I truly like about them. Personal thoughts. Pretty much, really good, but it tries to get boring sometimes for me, at least. What happened was, I basically started reading this book, somehow got really bored, stopped it, started reading Darkstalker, finished Darkstalker, and finished this book. It is amazing, but it requires you to wait just a little bit to get to the action. And don't rush the book. It's an amazing book. book. Book, you should definitely read it. I really loved it. I was especially hyped for Pyrite's review. It was an amazing review. There are many good reviews and overall an amazing, just overall amazing. So overall rating 7 out of 10. The reason that it didn't get a 10, even though I spoke so much good, is there are some smaller problems that I truly can't like. They're just like the smaller problems that end up adding up in the future. See, the reason that it didn't get a 10 is because I don't see it as a perfect book. There are definitely problems. The pacing is fine, but there are some problems. Uh, so basically, some of the biggest problems are on the pirate chapters. Possibility was a good part, but it felt a little extended, and they did not focus on the Ice Kingdom as much as we wanted. There was some focus on the Ice Kingdom, but we didn't get as much of the Ice Kingdom as we got as on the other kingdoms. Like the Sand Kingdom got a lot of explanation. The Kingdom Sea got a lot of explanation. Kingdom of Night got a lot of explanation. The Rainforest Kingdom got a lot of explanation. Yeah, pretty much all the other kingdoms got a lot of explanation. The Mudwings didn't, but that's fine because they're pretty much the underdogs. But the Ice Wings, they are pretty dominant and they should definitely get more attention, which is why I truly do love Book 14, or gonna love Book 14. So yeah. So, guys, that's the outro, but now for some news. Okay, so tomorrow there'll be another video, and what I will think is going to be the last video of, not forever, but probably for a couple of days. Yeah, so my uploading schedule is all over the place, but I know that I'm going to always upload a video. But the thing is, it's not going to happen like this from the future onwards. School's starting, and I need to focus more on school, which means I need to make less videos. I'm sad about it, but it's the truth. I'm expecting to do one video probably every week, mainly in the weekends, so remember to always tune in near the weekends just to see if I've uploaded. So just so you don't have to always check in, just hit the notification bell. It's easy. But yeah, that's the insane news I have to drop you guys. But yeah. But guys, that's Diozy going out.